0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. Welcome to Books for Leaders, where ideas shape the future. Today, we're diving into one of the most influential books for entrepreneurs and innovators, 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel, a legendary entrepreneur and investor, co-founder of PayPal and early investor in Facebook, offers a powerful blueprint on how to build truly groundbreaking companies. Unlike traditional business advice that focuses on competition and incremental improvements, Thiel pushes us to think differently. He argues that progress can happen in two ways: horizontal progress, which is copying what works, going from 1 to N, and vertical progress, which is doing something entirely new, going from 0 to 1. This book is about creating the future. It's about building monopoly businesses that do things no one else can. It's about how startups can change the world and why most don't. In this video, we'll break down 0 to 1 in detail, explore its big ideas, challenge some of its most controversial takes, and give you a blueprint to think and act like a founder. Let's begin. Key ideas from 0 to 1. 1. 0 to 1 versus 1 to N, creating new value. Peter Thiel's core argument is the difference between going from 1 to N, horizontal progress, and going from 0 to 1, vertical progress. Horizontal progress is doing more of what we already know works: globalization, expansion, copying. Vertical progress, however, is about doing something entirely new, creating novel solutions, breakthrough technology, or a fresh paradigm. Thiel says globalization is not innovation. It's taking what already exists and spreading it. If we had 20 copies of China, we'd have the same products at a larger scale. But that doesn't necessarily make us better off. Real innovation, the kind that changes the world, comes from bold new ideas that make a leap forward. He draws a line between Apple and Hewlett-Packard. HP once symbolized innovation but eventually lost its edge. Apple, under Steve Jobs, repeatedly went from 0 to 1, the iPhone being a prime example. It didn't just improve the phone, it reinvented it. 2. The power of monopoly. One of the most counterintuitive claims in the book is that monopolies are good, at least the kinds that arise from innovation. Thiel flips the conventional wisdom. We're taught that monopolies are bad for society, that competition leads to efficiency and fairness. But Thiel argues that competition often leads to mediocrity. In a fiercely competitive market, businesses fight for scraps and are forced to focus on survival instead of true innovation. In contrast, monopolies like Google in search or Facebook in social networking have the freedom and resources to think long-term, take risks, and invest in groundbreaking R&D. These companies can afford to plan for the future instead of quarter-to-quarter survival. Monopolies succeed because they do something so well that no one else can offer a substitute. They are not just dominant players, they are creators of new categories. 3. Secrets. The foundation of great startups. Thiel asks us to embrace secrets, truths that are not yet widely known or accepted. Secrets represent areas of untapped opportunity. They can be scientific, technological, or even societal insights that are overlooked or dismissed. Great entrepreneurs don't just execute well. They discover secrets others don't see and use them to build companies that change the world. Thiel warns that a world without secrets, where everything is known and obvious, would be stagnant. Progress depends on finding and acting on these hidden truths. The question he poses is, what valuable company is nobody building? That's the kind of question that leads to truly original ideas, to vertical progress. 4. The ideology of competition. Competition is overrated. It's not just unnecessary, it's destructive. Thiel argues that our culture glorifies competition in school, in sports, in business, but competition often prevents people from doing their best work. It drives companies to obsess over rivals rather than customers. In a competitive market, there is less incentive to innovate. Profits are squeezed, morale drops, and businesses fall into a race to the bottom. Thiel's mantra, competition is for losers. Instead, successful businesses should strive to be one of a kind. They should build something unique and focus on becoming a category of one. 5. Building a strong foundation. Startups are fragile. Thiel emphasizes that the most important decisions in a startup happen early: forming the founding team, setting the vision, dividing equity, and establishing a culture. Get these wrong, and the company is likely doomed. He warns against founding teams with unresolved conflict or unclear responsibilities. Personal alignment and shared vision are more critical than people realize. A startup can't afford politics or division. It needs unity and clarity from the start. Thiel also emphasizes long-term thinking. Many entrepreneurs adopt the lean startup model, building quickly and pivoting based on feedback. But Thiel argues that this model can lead to directionless companies. He believes founders should have a clear long-term vision, even if it's risky. 6. Determinism versus indeterminism, the role of vision. Thiel divides people into two camps, determinists and indeterminists. Determinists believe the future can be planned and shaped. Indeterminists think the future is random and unknowable. In modern Western culture, we've leaned toward indeterminism, glorifying flexibility, optionality, and hedging bets. But Thiel argues that successful founders are determinists. They believe in their vision and are willing to bet everything on it. Jeff Bezos believed in the future of e-commerce so strongly he left a high-paying job and moved across the country to build Amazon. Thiel encourages us to reject the idea that the future is unknowable. Instead, we should envision the future we want and work to create it. 7. The power law and venture capital thinking. In business and investing, not all outcomes are equal. Thiel explains the power law. A small number of companies or efforts generate the vast majority of returns. For example, one investment like Facebook can make up for dozens of failed startups. This principle also applies to time and effort. Instead of spreading yourself thin across many projects, focus on the one idea that has the most potential. Great entrepreneurs and investors don't hedge. They go all in on the right opportunity. Power laws guide Thiel's thinking on startups, investing, and even career decisions. He urges readers to avoid mediocrity and chase exponential outcomes. 8. Distribution matters as much as product. Having the best product isn't enough. Thiel stresses the importance of sales and distribution. Many founders underestimate how crucial it is to get their product into people's hands. There are many types of distribution: direct sales, partnerships, viral growth, paid advertising. What matters is that there's a deliberate plan for growth. Dropbox succeeded not just because of cloud storage, but because of its smart referral program. Thiel believes that even technical founders need to embrace sales. Selling is not manipulation. It's about showing others the value of what you've built. Number 9. Humans plus technology. The future is collaborative. Thiel critiques the idea that machines will replace humans. He believes the most powerful progress comes from collaboration between people and technology. For example, PayPal succeeded because it used algorithms to detect fraud, but also human reviewers to refine decisions. Instead of AI replacing doctors, it might assist them in diagnostics. The best solutions amplify human abilities rather than trying to eliminate them. 10. Founders as singular visionaries. Thiel acknowledges that many successful founders are unusual, even eccentric. Think of Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, or Mark Zuckerberg. These founders often seem extreme in their beliefs, work ethic, or worldview. That's not a flaw, it's a feature. Founders need to believe in something when no one else does. They need to see the world differently. Thiel suggests that successful founders are almost like mythic figures, with a sense of mission and destiny. He encourages aspiring entrepreneurs to embrace this role. Don't be afraid to be different. The world doesn't need more of the same. It needs original minds building the future. Narrator, 0 to 1 is more than a business book. It's a philosophy, a manifesto, a call to action for creators, thinkers, and builders. Peter Thiel challenges us to reject conformity, think for ourselves, and aim for bold breakthroughs instead of incremental gains. He invites us to look for secrets, build monopolies, and believe in our power to shape the future. So the question is, what truth do you believe that no one else does? What can you build that goes from 0 to 1? Thanks for watching. If you found this video valuable, hit like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what book you'd like us to cover next. Until next time, stay visionary and keep building the future.